What's up, everybody? Renfail here. Time to dive into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, give you some of my early thoughts around this game. It has been an overall enjoyable experience. There are things I love about this game and things that I don't like about this game. Overall, I really enjoy it. Much like the last one, I played the first of the remakes on the PS4 whenever it came out. Well, it's like 2-3 years ago. It was before I was really doing anything with my channel here, so it was a while ago. It was a fun game, and I have good memories of the original game way back in the day. But I'm not a huge Final Fantasy nerd. I don't play all of the games. I've tried Final Fantasy XIV a couple of times, got all the way through the base game, patch stuff, and about halfway through Heaven's Ward before I finally was just like, you know, it's not my cup of tea. And the more recent games have pushed it in a sort of single-player action RPG, style that I'm not, I'm not into that. Like, it's just not my thing. So I'm not a huge Final Fantasy aficionado by any means, but I do enjoy Final Fantasy VII, and it's been really fun getting back into this and seeing it in a new light with the new characters and everything else. Overall, if I had to give it a rating right now, someone asked this during the stream this morning, which was, or last night, sorry, which is what prompted this video. I was like, you're right, I haven't done an early thoughts video around Final Fantasy VII yet. I would give it like a 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. It's a really good game. Let's get into it here real quick so I can actually talk about a few of the things. Sit back in the chair. I'm gonna move this over this direction a little bit. There we go. So we are, I wouldn't say we're deep into the game right now. I'm 17.5 hours according to that timer right behind me right here. And I'm level 25, party level 4. I have not been doing a completionist run. I've done, like, the green side quest that you get in each region. I've done like half of those, or half of the ones I've uncovered. It's not been a ton. I don't even think I've done, matter of fact, if I look at the map, I should be able to see. Go to the world map. Yeah, so I've done about half of the grasslands, so to speak. Looks like only one of the, and then down here I did 3 of 5, so not quite half. In Junin region, I did about a third, and I just got into the Corel region. I got past all the beach stuff yesterday. So, matter of fact, as soon as I wrap up this video, I'm going to go do the next stream, which is going to be focusing on coming down in here and starting to explore in this direction. And I think right off the bat, I'll probably come up here and do a couple of these quests before I get too deep in here, just so I could do some side content. But talk about the good things first, and then we'll talk about the bad things. They're not really bad, they're just nitpicks, personal nitpicks. It plays amazing. It is flawless in its presentation. There are no bugs. It is so polished. This is what every game should be aspiring to launch as, is something that is as polished and bug-free as this game has been. It's great. I am playing on the PS5, and I'm playing at the locked 30 frames per second so that I can get the maximum visuals out of the game, and it looks absolutely breathtaking. Combat is smooth and fast-paced, which we can take a look at here.
Take the lead.
I'm coming! One more shot!
What can I do with her right now? Let's do some thunder because I need to level it up.
I think we're almost
Staggered
done.
it. Oop.
Too late.
Let's get this one.
Hey, it's your
Switch.
turn. All set. There.
Go, Tifa.
Bring it.
Let's do it. Dive kick.
Take that. Keep it out.
Combat is fast-paced. It's good. When you're not doing combat, you can see your full party. So back here in the background, I've got Barrett, Red, and Yuffie, the village idiot. But when we run around, they'll follow, but really you're only actively controlling these 3 characters. And you can go in here and adjust that, so you can pick the ones you want, and decide if you want to have a different group makeup or not. And then you can come in here and look at all the characters and everything else. I'm a big fan of the Cloud, Aerith, and Tifa combo, which you'll eventually end up playing everybody, and you'll eventually end up doing different combos of all the different characters. Although, you know, Cloud will always be like the main with whatever 2 companions are with him. But the rest of the time, you know, you'll be going in and out with everybody. There is a card game here for those of you who want to dive into it. So if you liked Gwent and The Witcher 3, there's a card game in this one. Otherwise, you've got your standard spells, weapons, weapon abilities, and of course your materia and equipment. So coming in here and looking at, you know, all these different things, and then choosing, you know, where to put your materia, what materia to put there, going down through here, you know, leveling up those materia, finding new materia, so on and so forth. All of the standard kind of Final Fantasy VII stuff that we knew and loved from the base game is here. And if you played the remake, I was a little fuzzy on some of the details, but a lot of it's come back to me as I've gotten deeper into this. They don't really explain everything to you right out of the gate, but I think that it's fairly standard, you know, in terms of getting up to speed with things. There's a basic transmuter crafting system for all the things you need. And then just running around exploring, there's different biomes and different environments, so you get different looks out of all the different places you are. We are outside of the town right now. Hold on. Let's go back real quick down the road. And we can call our Chocobo. This is a rental. So I don't get to choose the clothing. We're in an area where I don't have my own personal Chocobos yet. So we'll go back to the beach resort real quick, just so you guys can see it, you know, change of environment. And then we can always fast travel over to another area. But performance is great. I have no problems with the 30. This is the storehouse, an area of interest. I don't need to play it in performance mode because it works fine for me, so I've been quite happy with the way the game looks and feels. I think the thing about playing Final Fantasy is that you have to accept that it is a product of its environment. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload, or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. That's something that, for me, when I look at as fun as the game is, this is one kind of annoying aspect of it to me, because anytime you have an interaction, like the interactions with these two is extremely and they kind of act ditzy and naive all the time, and it's kind of annoying, but it is part of the charm part of the charm of this style of game and the Final Fantasy series. So that's one of the things, if you're going to play it, you just have to accept that's part of it. I may not personally enjoy it, but it's there. The other thing that, as much as I like all the other things, the mini games that I was forced to participate in this beach town drove me absolutely batty, because you're never going to do anything with those abilities or mini games ever again. So normally, like, if I learn an attack, like, it's with me through the whole game. So I learn an ability, it goes with me through the whole game. I come into this town and I'm forced to do mini games, on top of which there's the card game that I originally thought was just sort of something that you didn't have to worry about, and then later on turns out they kind of put it as like a central story point, and it's like, well, I just chose to forfeit the match because I was like, well, I don't want to play this mini game for this story sequence. I just want to see how the story unfolds, you know. And I'm not a huge fan of mini games that are constantly taking me out of the experience of playing a game. That's a personal nitpick, and it's why, for me, when I look at you know, grading this game, I would say it's, you know, 7.5 out of 10 so far. The story has been intriguing. We're obviously picking up where we left off from the first game and coming through and continuing the exploration into Midgard, which is extremely expansive. So when I know I can fast travel. I want to show you the other side of the map really quick, just to show you what the difference in how things look. I haven't actually fast traveled yet. They told me an icon earlier today, which I need to go look at. Choco Boutique. This right here, that's what I'm looking for. The ferryboat dock. Alright, do you want to get a Segway? Yeah, let's grab a Segway.
Save your aching feet and ride a wheelie instead.
Alright, nobody laugh.
Beat the heat with this.
Are we going up there? We are. Alright, hang on. This requires heavy concentration. Alright, so this is how you fast travel apparently between the continents.
Hang loose. We offer service to Under Junon by way of Junon proper. Once we arrive in port, passengers must transfer to a smaller vessel. But you'll be in good hands all the way to your destination.
I want to go to the grasslands because this is where you start off. And so this is like the entire first, I don't know, several hours of the game was spent here. And as you can see, it's a completely different looking environment. You know, we have mountainous, rolling green hills. We've got these buildings everywhere. We've got here, and I actually have my own chocobo here. So we actually have, I got some armor for him. Yeah, he's looking good, man. So let's just go take a run around here real quick. Show the size. So coming back to things I really, really enjoy about the game. There's lots of stuff to explore, and the world building is great, and it looks absolutely amazing. And you can get all these materials as you explore. The difference in biomes that we've got to see so far has been pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do a speed run. Maybe stop right here. Take a look down there. There's a house underneath the trees. Oh yeah, we can get a good view. So, you know, I think my takeaway so far is the story has been entertaining. It's been an overall Final Fantasy VII experience, right? The remake was good. I think this so far has been as good as. I wouldn't call it better than the first one. I haven't finished this yet. I'm only 17 hours in, and people are reporting playthroughs of like 80 to 100 hours. So, you know, this is going to be something that's going to take me a hot minute to get through. It's not going to be something I do right away. So my early thoughts here, you know, 17 hours or so into the game, is that I'm having a very pleasant experience. The first game I came out like with a solid 8 out of 10 when it was done. And again, the same complaint I had about this game I had about the first game, which is some of the overall Eastern influence. I'm not a huge fan because I do prefer other styles. And some of the forced minigame stuff. But outside of that, it's been really, really fun. And I think it is, for those of you who love good RPGs, this is something, even if you've never played, well, that's a hard one. You would have need to have played the first, I would say if you've never played this style of game before, but if you haven't played the first one, you're going to have no frame of reference for where this game picks up at, or what the main story point is. You know, so they're really making this as a trilogy of games. It's meant to be explored as one big thing. So I think when it's all said and done, if you play them back to back, it's going to be a much different experience than if you're playing them individually like they are now. Matter of fact, that sounds like an incredible thing to do, but if you think about that, you know, having a trilogy of games like that where you expect to go in and get 300 hours out of a single playthrough, that's impressive. And it's a pretty amazing overarching story with a lot of characters. So yeah, I'm gonna wait and see how this is by the time I get done with it. But so far, I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm enjoying it. Let me know if you also enjoy this game in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams happen here and on Twitch. Of course, there's a Discord, there's a Patreon. I'm actually wearing a Final Fantasy VII 14 shirt, I think, actually, that Chris got me. Ironically. It's good times, guys. See you next time. Links are down below.